All right, everyone, get ready, because today we're going deep on something you guys have been blowing up the inbox about, Pi Network.
Yeah, it's everywhere right now.
It is, and with the open mainnet supposed to actually launch, everyone wants to know, is it worth it? What's it all about? Big questions. And to help us make sense of it, we're taking a look at a Twitter thread from @Web3Cryptos. Really insightful stuff, good for Pi newbies and those who've been following along for a while.
Absolutely, a great breakdown. And that's really the million-dollar question, right? Is Pi the future of crypto, or is this just another one of those things that sounds too good to be true?
Right. And there's that launch date, June 28th. Everyone was so hyped.
Big day, lots of buzz.
Exactly. But it came and went.
It did. And what Web3Cryptos points out, it wasn't for nothing. There were some pretty massive hurdles they needed to clear first. We're not talking small technical stuff either.
No, we're talking 15 million users, all verified through KYC. That's Know Your Customer, by the way, for any newbies out there.
Huh.
Plus, 10 million users moved over to the new mainnet.
Yeah, those are huge EE numbers. And the KYC thing trips people up sometimes, but it's really important.
Hugely important.
It's not some box to check so you can get to the fun stuff faster. It's about legitimacy.
Right.
To be taken seriously, especially if Pi wants to be used day to day, like they say, they've got to be on the up and up. And KYC is how that happens in the financial world.
Totally. And I thought it was interesting how they actually went about it. A lot of platforms use a third party, but Pi, they built their own system.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Which, as Web3Cryptos points out, is kind of a mixed bag. Yeah, Pi has way more control over their user data. That's good, privacy and all that. But it also means verification takes a lot longer.
For sure, trade-offs either way. But hey, even with those huge EE hurdles, Pi's moving, right? Almost 6 million users on the mainnet, last I checked.
5.79 million, to be exact. Which, okay, not quite at the goal yet, but still, that's something.
Definitely something. And it's not just users either. Web3Cryptos mentions there are 70 apps already, either live or in the works, built on Pi. That's a good indicator.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Developers wouldn't waste their time if they didn't see something there.
Right. They go where the opportunity is, so that's a good sign.
Okay, but let's get to what everyone really wants to know. Because Web3Cryptos mentions Pi being listed on the big exchanges.
Okay.
You're talking Binance, OKX, Bybit. I mean, that's got to be good for the price, right?
It could be huge EE, but, and this is important, getting listed on an exchange, it's not like winning the lottery overnight. Pi's playing the long game, especially with their tokenomics.
Tokenomics, for those who don't know, that's
basically how the token works on a fundamental level, its whole economic structure.
Gotcha.
And Pi is set up for slow and steady growth. So even if Pi blows up overnight, most people won't be able to just cash out right away because 80% of what's been mined is locked up for 3 years.
Oh, wow, 80%. Okay, so just to be clear, all those Pi coins people have been mining, that doesn't necessarily translate to dollar signs right away.
Exactly, and that's where those deadlines at Web3Cryptos mentioned are absolutely crucial. November 30th for KYC, December 31st for migration. Those dates determine when and how people can actually use their Pi.
Got it, huge. And speaking of value, I know people are already trading Pi, like IOUs, right? I saw Web3Cryptos mention it's going for $43 to $47. Some are even saying it could hit $58 to $74 once the mainnet live. Is that even realistic, or are we talking pure hype?
Well, it's exciting to think about. Sadly, those pre-market prices, they're not the best indicator. Pure speculation at this point. What I do know is once it launches, get ready for a wild ride because it's going to be volatile.
Buckle up, folks. This is crypto after all. But Web3Cryptos mentions one date I think everyone needs to circle on their calendar, December 2024. That's when we get the official roadmap for open trading.
Now that is when things get really interesting. Because if Pi can actually pull this off, if it catches on as a real currency, not just something you trade, it could change everything about how we think of crypto.
That's a big if, though.
It is. And if it doesn't live up to all this, well, it'll be another cautionary tale, right? It's make or break time for Pi. My advice, keep your eyes peeled this December. That's when we'll know if this is the real deal.
For sure.